Hey everyone, it's Keith here. It's been a while since my last video, and if you've been following my Instagram, you've probably seen me travel around a fair bit over the past year. Although traveling has messed up this video series, I've decided to stick with this format and recap some of my favorite summer gear in the past 6 months. The first piece of gear is the Seiko Black Series speed timer with the reference number SSC917P. When the speed timers were first released, I loved the dial design, but I wasn't a massive fan of the colorways, especially the faux patinaed hands on the white dial model. However, during my trip to Japan last year, I saw the Black Series speed timer in person, and I loved how sleek this model looked. This watch has a dark grey case and bracelet with a brushed finish, and a matte grey dial, which contrasts incredibly well with the polished indices and teal markers and hands. This particular watch is the first time I've come across these loomed markers and hands, and Seiko calls it the Lumi Bright Pro, which lets the loom retain the same color in the light and the dark. The contrast of the teal loom on the dark grey dial makes this design very legible. As with most speed timers, the main point of contention is the solar movement in the 39mm models. In my experience, I don't mind it, and I've enjoyed the solar movement. Not needing to wind the watch is one less thing to worry about. Also, I think the dial design of the Black Series model works well with the solar cells. The purplish solar cells blend in quite well, giving the watch a stealthy look. After some time with this watch, I've appreciated the special edition of the Seiko speed timer, which has now been part of my watch rotation for the past few months. Next up is the Salomon XT Pure Advanced. I've worn these shoes every day for over half a year and I absolutely love them. The exterior design is unlike anything I've seen. The materials, lines, and shape give off a unique silhouette. When I first got them, the XT Pure wasn't very comfortable around the toe box, but it started getting more comfortable after breaking them in for a few weeks. One of the usual highlights of most Salomons is the quick lacing system. While I've owned these shoes, I've only ever tightened them once or twice. Also, the outsole is very grippy and chunky. After wearing them for so long, they're still grippy and barely thinned out. The XT Pure Advanced are pretty pricey, and luckily I picked them up during a sale. If these ever wear out, I would consider getting them again. Moving on to the next two pieces, these were kindly sent to me by my good friends at Shellsole, a techwear clothing store in Hong Kong. The first piece they've sent me to try is the Nozzle Quiz Arc Windbreaker. If you're unfamiliar with Nozzle Quiz, they're a Taiwan-based clothing brand that develops technical clothing for the urban environment. This is my first time trying out their clothes and I'm very impressed. The Arc Windbreaker is made from a ripstop fabric with a water repellent coating. The ripstop isn't too thick and has ventilation holes around the jacket and on the back. This light outer layer has been perfect for those windy days during summer. In terms of fit and comfort, this is a size 3 and it's ideal for my height. It's very comfy and lightweight. There are also other minor details like thumb holes and a cap and hem adjustment. In my experience with the Arc Windbreaker, it's very breathable and the ripstop is just the perfect thickness that blocks wind while allowing me to pack it into my bags. Overall, I'm very impressed with this jacket and I want to thank my friends at Shellsole for introducing me to Nozzle Quiz, and I'm keen to try out the other pieces. In my previous winter EDC video, I checked out the Teflon functional jacket from IP Axis and I really liked its design and pockets. This time, my friends at Shellsole sent me their Teflon functional cargos to check out. These cargo pants are from their latest collection inspired by the June series. Last year, I had the chance to check out their collection at a fashion show in Hong Kong. I like quite a few of the pieces in their new collection, and this Teflon functional cargo is no exception. I'm a fan of the design and style of these cargos. One highlight is the pocket design. Besides the standard slip pockets on each side, there are two angled Velcro pockets for extra gear, which feel very natural to access. Secondly, there are zippered pockets on the sides with really nice zippables designed to be easily accessed when seated. Another interesting highlight similar to other pieces from IP Axis is the heat reactive materials on the rear of the pants. This material changes color when heat is applied, adding a subtle yet fun look to the pants. The length and fit on me is just right and it feels very comfortable. The only downside I've noticed is that this material gets dusty quite easily. Besides that, I've really enjoyed these cargos. You can check out the Nozzle Quiz jacket and the IP Axis cargos in the description box below. The next piece of gear I've enjoyed using in the past several months is the Alpaca Metro crossbody. Quick disclaimer, I work at Alpaca, but I think this bag is one of the most interesting releases in 2024 that's worth checking out. The Metro crossbody is a feature-packed bag. The main highlight of this bag is the form factor and the option to choose between left and right shoulder versions to suit your carry preference. In my case, I prefer carrying slings on my left shoulder, and here I have the left shoulder version. Another thing I love about this bag is the expandable water bottle pocket. It's cleverly designed to accommodate large water bottles or an umbrella. During summer in Australia, there are several storms, and this bag has been my umbrella bag during the bad weather. In terms of organization, the main compartment has a pretty simple layout and can easily fit the arc windbreaker and other daily essentials. Another important feature of the Metro crossbody is the padded shoulder strap that wraps around the shoulder and chest. It's super comfy, and you can also add a stabilizer strap to keep the bag from swinging. Speaking of the strap, there's a mesh pocket for quick access items on the front, along with a card slot neatly tucked behind the pocket. Overall, in my opinion, the Metro crossbody is one of the most unique looking bags with many valuable features. This bag's been one of my favorites in the past few months. Another piece of gear I've enjoyed using lately is the Wild Mini Bluetooth speaker from Muzen. This tiny Bluetooth speaker is super rugged and built like a tank, with an IPX5 rating, meaning it's rainproof. The Wild Mini has a surprisingly hefty weight for a small Bluetooth speaker. The user interface is straightforward, and the buttons and switches have a tactile feel with great feedback. The Muzen Wild Mini can get pretty loud and clear, and it can fill a small room at medium to maximum volume. I've been using this speaker in my room during my travels, and it's been a great portable speaker. Another cool feature of this speaker is the built-in flashlight. It's not super bright, and I don't find it very useful. Overall, this tiny little speaker looks cool, sounds great, and feels rugged, and it's been a great addition to my travel setup. Muzen also make a larger speaker, which looks incredible and might be worth checking out. And that wraps up my favorite summer gear and things I've been testing in the past half year. What are some of your summer essentials? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, you might want to check out last year's summer EDC video, which has a lot of good gear that's worth checking out. However, if you live in the Northern Hemisphere, you might want to check out my winter EDC video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.